Prince Harry's disappearance has sent shockwaves through royal and global circles alike, and the only clue he left is a heartbreaking note. "I don't know who I am anymore." In a stunning twist, palace insiders say King Charles secretly arranged DNA testing on Prince Archie after lingering doubts about Meghan's pregnancy arose, from inconsistent birth details to unusual timelines and rumors. The results, delivered to Harry in a private envelope, allegedly revealed he isn't the biological father, with a surprising genetic match linked to someone from Meghan's security detail. Devastated and isolated, Harry vanished from the Windsor cottage shortly after receiving those results. Hours later, a visibly shaken Prince William made an unprecedented public appeal, confirming his brother is missing and in distress. The palace has gone into lockdown, with Scotland Yard and King Charles leading a discreet rescue and reputation control operation. CCTV suggests Harry may have fled into nearby woods, but no trace has been found. His disappearance is no longer just a royal mystery. It's a deeply human crisis, testing not just the House of Windsor, but the very essence of family, identity, and truth. Prince Harry has reportedly disappeared after receiving confidential DNA results delivered in a sealed envelope, results indicating a 99.8% probability he isn't the biological father of Archie. Allegedly commissioned by King Charles, the test was part of a discreet internal investigation sparked by long-standing whispers. Harry read the envelope alone and calmly penned a final note. "I don't know who I am anymore." His quiet disappearance triggered an unprecedented emotional outpouring from Prince William, who broke palace silence to plead publicly for his brother's safe return. The palace and Scotland Yard launched a private crisis operation, revealing a royal family in deep distress, not for scandal, but for a man struggling with betrayal, identity, and heartbreak. The episode is being handled with extreme confidentiality. Lab protocols were followed, envelopes sealed, security heightened. Yet what's said to have shattered everything wasn't politics or protocol. It was that single envelope and a man's sense of self. William blamed himself because by encouraging Harry to pursue the DNA test, he had opened a door that could never be closed. The guilt, insiders said, weighed on him more than any crown. Even King Charles, who had initially pushed for answers, was deeply shaken after William's speech. But the strongest reaction came from the public. Ordinary people sent messages, prayers, and support. William's message struck a deep chord. Family above status, emotion above protocol, and truth, no matter how painful, above legacy. Meghan's story wasn't just about deception, it was about fear, image, and belonging. In private talks with friends in Los Angeles, she reportedly expressed concerns about how her children would be perceived. Appearance, heritage, and public expectations. Having navigated Hollywood, she understood the power of optics. That fear may have led her to use a donor during surrogacy without fully informing Harry. Quiet investigations now suggest she consulted private fertility clinics in LA, separate from royal doctors, and may have selected a donor based on royal optics. To her, it may have felt like survival, but for Harry, it was a betrayal. What he believed was truth turned out to be a carefully controlled illusion. After the revelation, their communication reportedly stopped. Meghan remained silent, surrounded by legal teams and security. Her defenders say she acted out of fear, not malice. Her critics call it the ultimate betrayal, not just of a husband, but of trust, identity, and the family itself. The Duchess, who once redefined the modern royal woman, now finds herself isolated, her image fractured. But the real tragedy is, Meghan didn't need to lie. In time, the public might have accepted a child born through surrogacy. Even the monarchy was starting to adapt. What they, and what Harry, couldn't accept was the absence of truth. And that absence created a void that even the most powerful titles couldn't fill. Harry, always open about his mental health struggles, had already weathered grief, pressure, and public scrutiny for years. But nothing prepared him for this. The DNA test wasn't just about betrayal. It shattered the one role he thought was unquestionably his: being a father. When the results came, he collapsed inward, silent, motionless, vanished. His disappearance wasn't a stunt. It was a breakdown, a dissociative rupture triggered by years of buried trauma, sudden uncertainty, and emotional overload. Search operations launched, forests scanned, tips chased, still no trace. Megan, caught in the storm, faced rising backlash. Her silence, once seen as grace, now read as guilt. Headlines sharpened. Parliament demanded answers. The media, once adoring, turned cruel. The world asked, "Where is Prince Harry? And why is Meghan not speaking?" But beneath the noise, one truth echoed louder. This is no longer just a royal scandal. It's a crisis of identity, of mental health, of trust broken too deep. And every hour that passes isn't just about finding Harry. It's about whether, when he's found, he'll ever truly return.